Well, hello there, Leo. How are you doing? We're going to be taking a look at a bonus monthly reading for the sign of Leo for the month of April. So this will just be an expansion on the monthly reading that was released a few days ago for April. Well, let's go ahead and dive in here. So I won't message you. So if you get a message from someone, they're trying to scam you, please do not get scammed. And also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now, right off the bat, I do need to apologize for my raspy, nasally voice. I am dealing with seasonal allergies, so thanks for your patience there. I'm also using a new tarot deck. It's called the Mermaid Tarot, and there's a link to that in the description below if you'd like to purchase it for yourself. But let's go ahead and see what energies we have here for you for this monthly April bonus reading. All right, so we're going to take 3 cards here to clarify as we go along, and then we'll also take 3 Kipper cards as well to add to the clarifications. Let me make sure everything is in view here. I think I did a pretty good job. And okay. Energy on the bottom, you have the Two of Cups. So Two of Cups is a really good card. In fact, this is my favorite romance card to find in the tarot. This is like 2 souls linking up in this lifetime after having known each other in a previous lifetime. This can bring a significant romantic partner into your life. It can talk about partnerships generally. And so, whether you're here for business or you're here for love, this could be talking about partnerships in your life playing an important role going forward in the month of April for you. Taking a look here, I'm just trying to kind of skim over the cards. It's hard to say whether this is a love reading or a career reading. I think it could be both. What I will say is there is this energy of, there is this energy here of like potentially not being able to see a love or a partnership that is present for you right now. Some of you may not realize that there is somebody significant in your life that can either help you along in your life or advance you further in your life and in your career, or even, a partnership like a romantic partnership or something like that going on in your life here. And so there is this energy of maybe not being able to recognize that, or for whatever reason, just ignoring love or partnership that may be present for you at this time. Sorry about that, Leo, the video cut out there. So so we're talking about this partnerships here, but let's go ahead and dive into this further. So in the overall situation, or in your current energy, you have the moon. So the moon is really a card of trusting your intuition, trusting your gut, going with what you feel about something. And if there is something that feels off, which the moon can say that there's something maybe a little bit off, it does say to trust that off feeling. Okay, but on the reverse is true as well. If there's something that feels very good, to potentially just explore that a little bit more, go for that good feeling in your life as well. This is interesting. This is the first interpretation of any moon card I've seen that has musical notes with it as well. To me, this is about vocal communication. Okay, some of you having some type of communication with this person, maybe from a distance, or just having some type of open communication with this person. I feel like if you're here for love, especially, if the same is true here. If you're dealing with a business partnership or a business situation involving another person, which could certainly be the case as well. Now, in the problem position, you have this Strength card. Okay, so this person's obviously displaying a feat of strength here, getting the whale out of trouble, but this is more about you getting yourself out of trouble. The Strength card talks about overcoming some type of internal obstacle in your life, okay? And so this can say that you have all of the power that you need, all of the tools that you need to display confidence, to be confident, to be powerful, and to be strong about something. And in the problem position, to me, this is saying that potentially you are, I'm going to use a phrase like playing small in some way. it's almost like some of you are like reducing yourself down, unnecessarily reducing yourself down for some reason. And if you feel like that's something that you're doing in a partnership or in a relationship, I would trust your feeling about that. If you don't feel great about how that is happening for you or how that is going, I would really trust your gut and trust your feeling about that at this time, especially. And so that's kind of the energy I'm getting here in the problem position. If the partnership feels good, where this person is empowering you, I would say that's probably good, whether it's romantic or business. If it's not, where you feel like you're being shrunk down or you're shrinking yourself down, I would trust that feeling. In the past, you have this Queen of Swords energy. Clearly, some of you have spent time, I feel like, being single or being independent in some ways here. This could have meant that you have maybe been in a job where it was all you, it was all on you. You were, holding the load, doing a lot of work, putting everything together for people, like taking on a lot of responsibilities, a lot of work. Same is true, in relationships where like maybe, you were, or I feel like, when it comes to relationships, you may have gone through a period of being extremely single for some time, which I don't think is a bad thing. I don't think it's wrong to be single at all. In fact, I think, that provides you with a really nice opportunity to learn about yourself and learn about who you are. But the Queen of Swords is a good communicator. They are a strict communicator, not somebody who will mince words on anything. And so that is definitely something to consider and know about the Queen of Swords. But yeah, I definitely see that energy here for you as well. In the past, you could have been dealing with an air sign as well in the past, or this person that has come in here with this Two of Cups could be an air sign. Now, in the future, you have the Five of Wands. So this Five of Wands, this talks about potentially, some type of battle happening. This can talk about conflict in your life. You can't really tell on this interpretation of the card, but these people are like sparring, or in other, they may be battling 5 other people that you can't see here on the card. It's about, in some ways, competition, but most importantly, it's about conflict. And so in the future position, it could mean that there's a conflict coming in the future for you. Remember though, okay, your big thing here for you is with this Strength card in the problem position, I think it's important that you affirm to yourself that you are capable of handling any conflict that may come into your life here with this Five of Wands in the future. But you need to make sure that you're tapping into that well of power, that well of strength here, as this Strength card is in the problem position. So that's kind of my sort of feelings about that showing up in the future. Now, on your conscious awareness, on your thoughts, or on your mind, you do have this Eight of Swords trapped, okay? You are, the conflict, I don't even know if this conflict that's coming up for you is with another person, okay? We do have this Two of Cups, which can represent partnerships and all of that in your life, but this Eight of Swords is about overcoming an internal obstacle, just like the Strength card is, but this is more about the obstacle of your mind here. The Strength card talks about overcoming an internal obstacle. You have it in the problem position, but you have the Eight of Swords in the position of your mind, and you have and the Eight of Swords talks about being trapped in your mind. And so it's almost like this conflict that may be coming up for you is internal. It's almost like, do I go with this person? Do I hang out with this person? Do I keep communicating with this person? Do I keep, spending time with this person? Or do I really want to work with this person? Whatever the case may be. I feel like this is more about an internal conflict here that's coming up for you in the future. In the unconscious or the subconscious, or what you can't see, you have this Page of Swords. This is about delays, okay, time delays. Typically, it can represent disappointing news coming in. This would be the lower row would be something that's unexpected or something you can't see. And so there could be challenging news that comes out of nowhere, especially with the Moon card and the Page of Swords present. But what I would say is this is potentially, it certainly could be challenging news, but it's almost like for some of you here, it kind of, if I'm summarizing this first sort of what's going on around you here in this first part of the reading, there may be something that comes in and you're going to feel a certain way about whatever that information is that's coming in. And it's very important that you stay true to how you feel about the information that's coming in. And there may be some type of like internal conflict or struggle or battle with yourself about how to handle this new information that's coming in. But let's go ahead and expand on that even more. Now, in the direction that you're headed here, in your current influence, the way that you are influencing the situation, you have the Six of Cups. It could mean that you have a past relationship with this. You may have a past with this person. Okay, particularly if this is a romantic situation that you're dealing with. Six of Cups can represent someone from the past, but this can also talk about nostalgic energy, past memories, anything like that, situations from the past. If it's not a person, like if it's not an ex relationship or anything like that, it can just represent memories of the past coming back in for review for you here with the Six of Cups showing up. I do feel like maybe some of you have a past with this person, and this may be the strong conflicting feelings that are sort of present in this energy here. In the external influence, you have the Magician, which is really like the interpretation here of this card. You can see that the Magician has all of the tools available. They have everything that they need, and the tools are on the table here. But not only that, the tools are within the Magician, and so this says that you have everything you need to manifest and bring something into existence using your strong willpower. This is a card of talent, it is a card of skill, but it's more about manifesting and being able to manifest something using the knowledge and the skills that you already have. And since you have that here with this Moon card, it's interesting because I was saying with these first two cards, I was kind of using that, I was drawing from that Magician energy here on these first two cards. And I didn't even really look forward and realize that the Magician was on the board. And so this Magician energy is very present. There is a very strong energy of you recognizing that you have the tools, the skills, the talents, the abilities within you, and understanding that for yourself. Now, in your hopes and fears, you have this Justice card. This is about the karmic scales here, balancing out and tipping in one direction. This can say, this is about law and order type of energy here. And this is a card of karma, right? And you're hoping that all outcomes here you're hoping that all parties here get the outcome they deserve, they truly deserve, and just recognize that everything will work out in the divine courts, in divine timing, as it is supposed to happen. The Justice card says that karma is on your side, especially if you've been acting in your highest accordance, if you've been doing the things that you know you need to be doing or you should be doing. The Justice card is here to reward you for being a just person in your life. And so if there is something that feels off, which there might be here with the Moon and the Page of Swords, I would say just recognize that things are going to work out as they have to work out. In the outcome, you have this Three of Swords here. This is separation. Okay, this is heartbreak. It's interesting. I've never really seen an interpretation like this, but these three people are mourning the loss of this whale on the card. It's funny, but it's not funny. And so, the Three of Swords does talk about some type of separation, heartbreak, or ending in your life. This could obviously be a loss of a family or a loved one, a family member or a loved one, but it could also be the end of a romantic relationship or the end of a partnership here. What I really want to do is expand on this some more here. So let's take a look at these three cards. So you have the King of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles as your clarifiers. Okay, so I really like to see what we have showing up here. This person could be an air sign or a water sign that you're dealing with here. This person, the King of Cups really tells you that, there may be, take a look, there are like all these the fish swimming around this person. There's like a situation brewing here, and remember that water connects to emotions. It could be an emotional situation brewing, but just recognize that you have all the tools. You have all the tools and more to really help yourself out through the situation. Page of Pentacles represents an offer. Nine of Pentacles represents financial independence or good financial situations. So with that Page of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles, I definitely like to see that. I wasn't really getting whole lot of money energy here, but some of you could be getting an offer. Let's see what we have. Yeah, well, look at this. So you have marriage, occupation, and high honor here. So marriage, occupation, high honor. This quite literally could be a marrying of skills, talents, and disciplines. You may be a perfect fit for somebody to, especially if you've been looking to get hired, because the high honor card says that you are maybe well respected in whatever it is that you do. Obviously, you have this situation with the occupation, marrying, you joining an organization, joining a team, joining a company, marrying skills, disciplines, talents. That wasn't really what we've been reading this entire time, but we did talk about how this Two of Cups could be a business partnership or union in some ways. And so I definitely feel like for some of you that is on the table here. And it's almost like for some of you, you're going to draw on your independent streak to really help yourself out in some way. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. I'll see you in the next reading.